to episode 3, which is also in the same scene with
Same act.
in the same act, the same scene with episode 4. So I'm going to analyze or talk about episode 3 and episode 4, the plot summary of how things flow. So in this episode, we now encounter the municipal leaders. Mr. Mosi has come or has called the municipal leaders to see or to come and talk about the effects of the Samaritan. This meeting happens at the beginning of the year. Remember, the first act was during the closing of the school year. So this is at the beginning of the next year, after the day the app was supposed to be launched. So it seems that over the course of the holiday period, the app has had a certain effect, and Mr. Mosi has called, or Mayor Mosi has called, municipal leaders. We see his deputy Ramdai, we see Mr. Harvester, his advisor, and also the religious leader. We see Ted, we see Seymour, also some of the municipal leaders being called in. We have Bembe, the chief inspector, so and Judge Jaden. All these are considered to be very important parts of the municipal leadership. So he's called them because the app seems to be targeting their actions, and he's asking or talking about or discussing how they can actually try and counter these effects from the app. So the mayor and the officials discuss how to counter the effects of the app, and in the process of the discussion, some ideas are floated that will include bribery, include coercion, and in the process they also talk about maybe manipulating the system, and that is where Judge Jaden comes into play, that he's supposed to help manipulate the system. If ever any of the municipal leaders gets called to a court of law, he will stop, or he will play a part in helping them.
The officials can do it under the guise of ascertaining whether the apps have spyware.
I fear that will still be criminal, especially in the absence of a legal framework to support such a course of action.
We'll rely on you should these issues escalate to courts.
But you see, we must be strategic. I mean, no court on earth will support the malicious destruction of private property.
We are in this together. You can always figure out a way and the appropriate language of defending such a course of action.
Together? What do you mean we're in this together? In supplying air to the municipal council?
We all have some skeletons in our closets, your lordship. I mean, here and there, we must work together.
What do you mean by skeletons?
Are you saying you have no skeletons at all?
The issue is not if I have skeletons or not. And in fact, as you can see, I'm not a reptile. But quite so often in life, what matters most is not what you do, but how you do it. You can fly into forbidden territory and still get away with it, provided you do it below the radar.
What is that supposed to mean?
I went to school.
But you're also a target.
Gentlemen, I do not wish to be part of the criminal proposals you're making here. I will pronounce myself on this issue if and when I'm directly confronted or cases are brought to my attention in court.
And this leads us to the end of the first episode. So the first episode indicates the fear, or the first episode of this chapter, or this Act 1, Scene 2. And it's telling us about the fear of the municipal leaders in regards to what the Samaritan is doing, and what the effects of the Samaritan. So before maybe we go to the other scene or the other episode, it's also good that maybe I can have my fellow panelists talk about what are some of the things that have come out. We've found some themes have been discussed from this episode 3. So maybe we can look at some of the characterization that have emerged from this episode.
Thank you, Vincent. Some of the characters that we have in this scene, in this meeting that the mayor has called, of course we have the mayor who is or comes out as a selfish person. When Harvester, in page 21, maybe we can look at it.
I sent Harvester to buy all the newspapers from the vendors as early as possible.
I did as instructed, sir.
Why did you have to do that?
It was in the best of our interest.
This shows that these are selfish people, beginning with the mayor. Yeah, these are people who are only thinking about themselves and not the people that they are ruling. Again, we may pronounce Sema as sort of an ignorant person because of the question that he poses. He should, being in this situation, in the same situation as the mayor and the others, he should have understood directly why these papers had to be bought. But he appears to be ignorant of the reasons why this is being done. Then maybe we can look at Ted, page 22. We can look at the character of Ted. We notice that as the meeting goes on, he's busy in his phone. Yeah, with one of his legs hanging on the armrest of the chair. And then all of a sudden he asks, are such headlines unusual? So the way he is portrayed here, he comes out as a carefree person.
Yeah.
And maybe we can also call him indisciplined. This is an official meeting.
Yep.
Yeah. Why is he seated with his leg on the armrest? So again, we can also see the character of the mayor as being ignorant. Page 23.
Yes.
Where he says,
Innovation. What kind of innovation?
Well, I must confess, these internet things are beyond my depth. I believe Harvester can explain it.
so him,
Ignorance.
it's out of his reach, academically or intelligence-wise.
And the fact that he doesn't seem very interested
Yeah.
in finding out about it. Yes, ignorant.
So this one brings him out as an ignorant person as far as the new technology.
Can you also say the same for Ramdai?
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, that's something we can look at in the next scene, but maybe because in the next episode, the ignorance. Where is this internet? If you can look at page 31.
I have another idea. Where's this information stored? I mean, the information being shared on Samaritan.
You seem to understand these things.
Yes. The information is stored in what are called servers and is available on the internet. Yes, that's the point. We just get the information out of there. Where's the internet? How do you get there?
Yeah. It's as if it's a place. The internet is a place where you go. And again, maybe just to mention that this is also humorous. Yeah, the fact that he thinks that internet is a place, where you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, can I maybe continue and say that the mayor also, together with his cohort, are corrupt. Yeah. The whole group is worried. Yeah, they are worried because of the information that is coming up from the lobby group through the Samaritan. That is in page 26. So we can say that he is actually a corrupt person. Yeah, many other character traits have been brought out in this episode, and like we have said, you can actually visit our guide by Climax Publishers, and you will be able to get a lot of information on characterization in that scene.
Yes, and like we want to guide the students, most of the time when we want to talk about the themes, you'll find some themes that are brought up by the character traits of the particular characters in a text. So when we are talking about like the mayor being corrupt, then automatically you are finding the theme of corruption being highlighted in that particular text. So maybe some of the other themes that are coming out, the issues of illiteracy. There is internet and all these things that are technology that is helping the society grow. But you find that the municipal leaders are the ones leading in terms of illiteracy. They don't want to take the lead in knowing what's happening, what's trending, and all those. They want to resist that. Yes, and there's that the theme of the importance of technology. We have been introduced to the softwares like the app, the Samaritan app, and now you've been told about the print media, all the newspapers and magazines that are being talked about. So all this is bringing out the theme of technology and the role of technology in a society. Thank you so much.
Yes, and just before moving on to the next episode, I think it's also good to note about Madam Winnie has talked about these people of the municipal leaders are ignorant. We can also talk about, Mr. Matanda has just mentioned the print media. When Miyamosi asks if they have seen the headlines, none of them seem to have seen the headlines. So basically, they are ignorant of whatever is happening around them, despite the fact that they are the leaders. They're expected to be abreast of whatever is happening in the municipality. So that aspect of ignorance also, that's another point that probably we can add on to that.
Exactly.
So, and the ignorance still comes out in that place where they think that by buying the newspapers, all of them, they have now blocked information. Forgetting that the app is still there. And actually it is the one that is properly exposing them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then I have a comment before you leave that episode on symbolism. I don't know what you think about this. In page 30, where we have Jaden speaking.
Yes.
Where it begins in italics, walking to the door. You cannot have careless and reckless skeletons all over the place and expect me to help clean up the mess. The use of the word, the term skeleton, I feel that it is a symbolic term.
Yes, representing.
Representing all the secrets of the mess that these leaders have created in the municipal.
Yes, it could be a symbol, it could also be metaphorical, a direct representation of what these people have actually done. Yes, the skeletons as he refers to them.